You might have noticed that I've changed my outfit. I've also actually changed my hair color. So if we do a side by side right now, you'll see that I've muted it down to a slightly ashy tone. It was getting a little bit too golden, and I did that on purpose. I do that about every 3 weeks. I'll use a color correcting hair shampoo and color correcting conditioner, either in a black, which people think is crazy because of my hair color, but I'll use a black shampoo or a black conditioner or a very, very dark purple to get rid of that brassy undertones. And that's what we talk about when we talk about color analysis and hair color and whatever. You have to work with what you have and then make it complement your skin tone and make sure that your natural highlights and your natural skin tone are working together harmoniously. So the next concept that we're going to talk about is one of my favorites. It's called split complementary. What I like about split complementary is it's not so obvious as complementary. Where complementary is, you can see, oh, it's absolutely opposite on the color wheel. It's a lot more subtle, and it uses 3 colors instead of 2, which I think is super exciting. So what exactly is split complementary? Well, split complementary is one of the foundational concepts of the color wheel, where we choose a base color and then combine it with 2 colors that are opposite but next to the complementary colors. So what it means is that you take that opposite complementary and then you skip that color and go to the next 2 adjacent or color cousins. It is super exciting. So if you're looking at a green, you would look at maybe a red with purple in it, or a blue with purple in it, and those would be your complementary colors. It's really exciting. To create a split complementary color scheme, you start by choosing the root color. That is always where we start in color analysis for wardrobe and outfit building. Then you find its complement, which is directly across from it, and then you skip over it to the next colors on each side. I think it's super exciting. I really do. And you can pick any root color that you want in any color palette and do that. So again, go directly across and then skip to the next 2 colors of that complement. It's really exciting. And again, these are your color cousins, and these are your 3 split complementary colors. When you put together a split complementary color ensemble, please remember to build your cool or your warm looks, just like we talked about before, with the predominant key color in your season nuanced palette in the biggest percentage of overall visual surface area. When you choose a root color, you're then going to combine it with 2 split color cousins that are adjacent to it or next to it on the color wheel of its complement. And then you're going to color blend those colors throughout your outfit from tip to toe. It's really, like I said, it's a very subtle way to make an outfit really, really look sophisticated and put together. People who go away from the complementary to the split complementary just add another dimension to their outfit choices and how they put their makeup, their hair, their whole look together. And remember, we're not looking for matchy-matchy. You can do different tones, different tints, different chromas. You can use a very, very dark blue, and then you can use more pastels, or you can use the pastel and more darker colors or mid-range colors. It's not a problem at all to do that. We're also not looking for 50-50 percentage where you use your key color and then you use your other 2 colors in a 50-50 percentage. That's not what we're looking at here. In fact, you shouldn't use a 50-50 percentage in any of your outfits to look stylish and spectacular. That's just a kind of a rookie mistake. And that's one of the things that you would explain to a client is don't make rookie mistakes like trying to do matchy-matchy or half-half, where you've got the skirt and the blouse in 2 complementary colors and nothing else. That's half-half. So a great way to do this concept, if you have the key color in a dress and then you're using the split complementary colors, you could have the belt and shoes in one of the adjacent color cousins, and then you might have your handbag or your tote in another, or a scarf. So that's how you use this concept. I think that one of the most important things to do is understand that you can use things like When you're working with yellow, you can use the yellow and then the blue purple and the red purple as the color cousins. You can use the handbag, the tote, the belt, the scarf, the shoes, the jewelry. Any of these things can pick up those beautiful color cousins from your key color and make it a magnificent split complementary color. I think that if you try not to overdo it with your root accent color as well, where you're not doing 90% of that root accent color and just a tiny dash of the other two, that doesn't work either. My rule is always maybe 70 to 80% of that root color with at least 15 to 30% of the color cousins. That kind of works in most outfits, which is, a way to remember how to style an outfit. The color temperature of the whole outfit will be based on the color cousins as well as the root color. So if you kind of remember that, you don't want to be too garish and too glaring. If you've got a really, really deep, intense color, you don't want to go pastel, really, really pastel. You'd rather go up to the mid-range. So remember that although you can use different chroma and different intensities of color, don't go too crazy with the split complementary and too far off, because you'll kind of ruin the look of any complementary or split complementary outfit. Another thing that you really should consider is that if you want to build a more vibrant palette, you generally want a wider distance between the two color cousins that are on the complementary spectrum. If you want a subtler palette, you want to move closer to that complementary color. These two distinctions can really make a profound difference in an outfit. I think that when you're looking at split complementary color combinations, they're very easy to use and remember if you have your color wheel or your cape on hand and ready. They're very, very easy to remember, and they're easy to put an outfit together using this concept. Clients often gravitate, after you've talked to them about complementary, they often gravitate rather to the split complementary rather than straight complementary. That's what I've found in my practice. They start to branch out into more color combinations, and they tend to like 3 colors rather than 2. That's what I've found with my clientele. They're very easy to figure out, and they're often very intuitive. Now, remember that the direct complement of red is green. That's the hue directly across from it on the color wheel. So the split complementary of red would be a green yellow, and it would be a blue green, which is also called teal in the teal family. On the other hand, when you look at the next primary color of yellow, the complement is purple. So the split complementary for yellow would actually include a red purple and a blue purple, which is a magenta on the red purple side and a blue purple on the indigo side. So if you just spin your color wheel to look at that and start experimenting with that, you'll see what I'm talking about immediately. And you'll notice on the color chart that is in the color wheel that there is that triangle for split complementary. So it makes it super easy to do this. The next primary color that we go and talk about in split complementary is blue. So the complement of blue is orange, directly across from the color wheel. That means you skip over that orange, you go to the next 2 adjacent colors, and that would be yellow orange, which is kind of like on the amber family range, and then the red orange, which is vermilion on that color family range. So it's super easy to understand these, but I highly recommend that you memorize at least the 3 primary colors that we've gone over and their split complementary so that you can explain them to your clients very easily.